Hello there. Siro 360 was at Accra, the largest gathering of stakeholders and leaders in the education industry. We had the opportunity to talk to some of the guests at the event about some of the problems in our education system and some of the solutions we can implement to ensure quality education in Africa.
When people ask me who I am, I always say that's very simple. I'm a lifelong learner. Every single day, I learn. I started doing that when I was a baby. First of all, in the womb. Then I was trained by my mom, my dad. So I was taught by them. Then they sent me to school. I was lucky. From school, I went through the university. Why? Because my mom told me there is no way I will accept young boys to turn around you until you go to the university. So I've been lucky. Then I taught chemistry. Then, well, for 2 years, I worked for the Department of Women Affairs. This is when I found out how the work of women is difficult, especially in rural areas. Then I went to the Ministry of Planning and International Cooperations. This is where I learned how to negotiate with technical and financial partners, and to ensure that my department, the minister, will be the coordinator and not be coordinated by these people. So this is me. Then I became Minister of Education for more than 7 years, which was a tough job, but a challenging one. I had a lot of joy because I was crazy. You know, I believe in education. It's my passion. So I just did what I told you this morning, the chameleon. I had an objective. Okay? The objective is what? Giving education for all throughout life, using formal, non-formal, informal approaches. You know, turning my eyes back and forth, not my head. What does it mean? I knew that I cannot do it on my own by myself. I have to work with others. Who are these others? It's all stakeholders of education. So it is parents, teachers, teacher unions, grassroots people, communities, associations, women associations, youth associations, private sector, religious people. Not forgetting that education being a cross-sectorial, to work with all departments. All these people are important to help develop a policy. Then the policy becomes their policy. And then, of course, since I had all these people around, we knew what was important for their needs in the field of learning. So the policy was relevant, it was realistic, it was proactive and transformative. This is it. After the Ministry of Education, after 7 years, I went to UNESCO. I was the first woman to be Director of Basic Education. Then I climbed the ladder, became Deputy Assistant Director General, and at the end of the day, I was the Assistant Director General, covering the education around the world. So this is Aisha, the lifelong learner. Advocacy. You see, when there is a football game, everybody is either to the game or in front of the television. This is what we need for education. People to say, education is my education. It's my objective. So we need to do a lot of advocacy so that it will become fun. It will become attractive. And it will become sexy. Don't tell me limited resources in Africa. Africa is the richest continent in the world. We have all kinds of resources. There is even one resource which is important today for the whole world. It's coltan. It's found only in DRC. Without that, you cannot have, these iPads, iPhones, and whatever. We have water. Water is going to be the diamond of tomorrow, even of today. But the most important resource is our youth, which could be either I don't want to use the word, or an opportunity. It will become an opportunity if our continent leaders understand that the development of the country and the peace and cohesion is linked to investing in youth and health for the youth, so that they will be able to acquire the skills and knowledge they need to become either their own enterprise or get jobs. Otherwise, the whole continent is going to be in trouble. And yet we need peace and social cohesion. So investing in youth in Africa is key. When I say investing, it's from womb to tomb. Early childhood, literacy for women who are pregnant, if they are not educated. Early childhood and care and development, because it's the foundation of education, then primary, secondary, higher education. Non-formal, formal, and informal education, all approaches are good. And there is one thing which is needed today, it's technical and vocational. Because that's, whoever goes through technical and vocational will never show me, you know what show me means? Without job. They will always find a job. So we need to value technical and vocational. We should never forget that the most important skills are basic skills and transformative skills. So you call it soft skills. So that at any time, the person will be able to change jobs and adapt. Wherever the person will go, he will be able to adapt. That's what I told you this morning. This is what he said. We don't need charity. We have the resources. All we need is solidarity. And that solidarity will happen when in the country everybody will be working together first. All the sub-region leaders will work together, share best practices. He knows what his country needs, so it is easy to negotiate. He should do what the chameleon does. You have an objective. Stick to your objective and negotiate. This should be the basis, your needs. And you should know one thing. Whoever will come to say, I will help you, doesn't mean that he will help. It's a win-win process. He will give, but what he will take back is always more important than what he will be giving. So that's what I'm saying. We have to be careful when we are negotiating so that it will be a real win-win process. I'm always positive. I don't believe in negativity. You see, if you want this technological revolution to profit, make sure that the teachers will be trained. That's all you need to do. Train the teachers. Otherwise, the kids will be ahead of the teacher. Then we will be in trouble. So train the teachers. And then technological revolution and artificial technology will have a positive impact on our education systems.